Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. And before you're saying, has he been on Love Island? No. I'll tell you what happened to me. I went to the fish and chip shops called Mike, right, in Southampton. And while I was waiting for my fish to be done, I nipped next door and there was a tanning shop, you know, where there's women go and make themselves orange so they can go and Strictly Come Dancing. And so I thought, well, I'm a bit pale and horrible and I've been under the weather for 2 weeks. Girlfriend coming back and all that next week. So I thought I'll go and have a tan. So I had my fish and chips and I went in and saw this girl and I said, give us half hour on a bed. What? You remember them old beds? You could lie on them for months, couldn't you? All your bum get sweaty and everything. And so she said, no, you don't want half hour. No. I said, well, 10 minutes in. No, that's too much for you. 8. So she plugged me in for 8 minutes and I'm in this thing. I thought I was like a kebab lying on a grill. I've never been so hot and horrible. I thought, well, it can't be that bad. When I got out, seriously, this is now 2 days gone down. But I kept my shreddies on, right, because I didn't want to burn the Corey or the cobblers, the drivers. And so I've now got a red, I swear to God, I am in agony. I don't know who to sue. So that's why I'm looking a little bit like someone that's climbed Mount Everest with the goggles on, or a bit like a sort of an unshaven Donald Trump. Super, very good. Wear the glasses. So anyway, this is the headline of the day. And I don't know how much I can speak about this on here, but the Epstein papers have been produced. And it's all going on. Apparently, Prince Andrew has been named again doing something. Donald Trump's been named, but he didn't do anything wrong. Nor did Bill Clinton. There's a shock to us all. So let's have a go at Prince Andrew that can't answer for himself. And of course, this is the bit that made me piss myself laughing. Who was at one of the orgies? Allegedly, Professor Stephen Hawking. Hey, in his fucking wheelchair. What's he going to do at an orgy? You know, on the phone check. Oh my God. Sorry, Bobby Dabro, for doing your act, but there you go. I mean, what is going on? And if you think that's funny, you should watch my favourite comedian, Dave Chappelle, on Netflix. And well done, Netflix, for putting Ricky on and Dave Chappelle. And he says the most appalling things, but I get it. I get what he is talking about. And I can imagine he'd have a field day just talking about Stephen Hawking at an orgy. And all these women come out. Have you got any proof he was there? Well, I got tire marks up my back. Oh my God. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. There we are. Stop it. That's it with his glasses like that. It's a great thing. Oh, don't stop it. Oh, we'll be locked up. Well, if Dave Chappelle can get away with it, so can I. So, listen, I've got a bit more of that on Ustream later. You should join up, ustream.com. You know the drill. Stop moaning at me saying I'm trying to flog my station. Of course I am. I'm very, very proud of it. We hit 6,000 subscribers this year. Isn't that really good? Right, now, the other thing I'll be talking about is Luke, what's his name? Luke Littler playing Luke Humphreys in the final, the darts final. Is darts a sport or anything? I don't know. I think it's very clever the way they do it and all that drink they have. And of course, he's only 16, and so he's never had a pint in his life. Yet he can still play darts. It means you don't have to be pissed to play darts. Is he 16? What's going on? He looks like Desperate Dan. His girlfriend's 21. He's 16. I don't know. It all looks a bit odd. Apparently, his father was a good darts player. His dad's only 42, actually. Here's his dad. Yeah, so there must be something going on there. And the other thing I'm going to talk about in a minute on Ustream is the fact that the new franchise of Star Wars has been taken over by Shameen Obadi-Chinoy, right? Who's saying, I like to make men feel uncomfortable. It's going to be a real woke thing. I'll also be talking about the UN Women UK have appointed a transvestment woman to be its boss. You couldn't fucking make that up. How many million women in this country? Loads. 30 million real women. You know, as Ricky Gervais says, ones without cocks, proper women with the sort of split-arse mechanics. Anyway, that's it. And then I'm going to read you a story on Ustream. I've just got a letter from the bloke who produced and starred in a pantomime. Where was it? Somewhere or other. Bewdley. Never mind. Right, so he did a pantomime, a mucky pantomime like Cinderella that you can see on Ustream. And the people from the theatre, a person said, right, that's it. After one performance, it was too crude, too filthy, we're taking it off. Cancelled, that's it. No excuses, nothing, no refunds, cancelled. The poor bloody actors and the poor director, he made the front of the newspapers. Here's his picture, right? And he's written to me, and I won't read it out on here because it might be breach of something or other and I'll get the sack. But I'm going to talk about it on Ustream. You know, I was the first one to do those mucky pantos. That's why he's reaching out to me. Well, it's quite simple. If you don't like the show, don't go. This cancel culture is far too much. I mean, thank God no one can... Just kidding. You nearly thought I was cancelled then when you saw that shashy stuff doing like that, didn't you? Right, so I've got to tell you something else as well here. Hang on. Right, before you go, Laughter Class. Who do you think's going to win? Have you been seeing any of it yet? The first 2 episodes are on now where we did the auditions. And the comedians were great. The comedians were fantastic. I'm not too sure about this bloke. Was he trying to make a point? And I hope Miles Crawford put him in its place. Well, anyway, you can see the rest of these coming up. So they're going to be out on the 7th, the 14th and the 21st, with the grand final shown on Sunday, Jan the 28th. And that's going to be a cracker. These are really good, funny, young comedians and a couple of old farts like me. Anyway, folks, come over to Ustream, take the plunge, have a go. You can always cancel if you don't like it. See you there.
Ignore that. I don't know where that came from. I've learnt a few things. I've learnt, for example, it's not okay to be racist. Is it, Jim?
Why did you put Jim's name next to racism, racist?
Oh, because it's playing on the idea that Jim is supposed to be racist. That's all.
But he's not racist.
No, I know that.
Why do you put it in your material then?
Because it's playing on the idea that Jim's meant to be a racist.
Why did you use Jim's name? You could have used my name or Gary's.
Because Jim's here, and I don't know you, and I didn't see Gary.